Welcome to Wargroove. How do you prepare for a Wargroove tournament? Well, right now it happens to be Pi Day, March 14th, and as it happens, Groove of War 4 is right around the corner. This is going to be the biggest Wargroove tournament ever since the game came out. I'm really excited about it, and this is the first one the Sneaky Dragon is going to enter. Feel free to cheer me on. In any case, you can watch it on all these cool Twitch links I'm going to put in the description down below, and I assume these streamers will still be awesome long after this tournament is over. Oh, and a fun public service announcement. If it's not March 16th yet, you can still sign up! Sign up for the tournament! Come on, enter! Even if you're new to PvP, you can say you did it, it'll be fun! That being said, some of the best players in the world are going to enter the Groove of War 4, so here is how I'm preparing. Alright, so first things first, I like to do what's called a mirror match against myself. The Groove of War 4, the first round, is going to be played on Gilgamesh. So, in a self-mirror match, what I do is I pick two commanders that I might end up playing, but since I might not want to reveal that, I'm just going to pick double Mercius. And then I try out different openings for player 1 and player 2, and see how they compare, how they match up, who gets what first. Let's see. I think I'm going to start with Mercia capturing the bottom of this Rax, and then where do I want to make a sword? Well, I have to consider capture route. If I go on the left, I'll be able to get to the top of this village on its next turn, and then right here the turn after that, and then here or here to get this village on the turn after that. On the other hand, if I go this way, I could get this rookery in 2 turns for air units, or I could start going towards the center. There's a lot of different choices you have to make, and I like trying a bunch of different options so that I can see which one I'm going to want to do in the actual tournament. And so you can try different combinations of different things, like if I buy all swords, when does that let me buy my first alchemist? When does that let me buy my first pike? What if I buy a dog? Does that disrupt what I'm doing? This might sound a little bit overkill, but the best players will be testing out their openings to make sure they can open as quickly and effectively as possible, so that they can try out their crazy strategies right away. The next thing you want to do is practice, practice, practice against other people. When you're playing against yourself, you might develop bad habits. For example, you might not exploit a weakness in yourself because you don't see it. So what we want to do is get out of me versus me, and start going into me versus other people. The Test Your Metal event is a great way to play games against competitive players in a less competitive environment. I've got a match opened right now with Caparo, and it's looking pretty good. Caparo is a top player in Wargroove, a very competitive player, and so this match is giving me a feel for what high-level play is going to be like, the different unit combinations, what I want to build when, how they might move or not move their commanders to counter me. So you definitely want to play some high-level matches. Now, you will be playing against people who naturally might face you in the Groove of War, but maybe not. So play against people who aren't in your tournament time zone bracket, like I, for example, am right now in the Asia-Australia bracket. So maybe I want to practice against someone who's in the Americas bracket. So that way, we probably won't go up against each other unless we're both in the finals, right? And by that point, well, if we haven't figured out each other and studied each other by then, when will you, you know? So play against people you're not as likely to go up against early on in the tournament. Let them show you your strengths and weaknesses. Alright, so one other thing you can do, one thing I'm very fond of doing before a tournament, is watching videos of other people play. It's a great way to get those openings that maybe you weren't able to figure out yourself. Right now, I'm watching a high-speed game on the Groove of War's YouTube channel. I'll include that link in the description below as well. They upload a lot of competitive, high-speed games that you can watch. A few of them are even slowed down with commentary, and you can also find commentary on some of these games slowed down a bit on my own channel, as well as a few others. Like, for example, in this match, in just like 20 seconds, and if you're on YouTube, you can use YouTube to slow down the video a little bit, watch it in slow motion. Here, let me do that right now. I want to see that opening again in slow motion. I'm going to go to playback speed, go to 25% speed, nice and slow. Maybe that's overkill, but whoa! Oh my god, that sound! Oh, okay. I'm gonna mute the YouTube video. I think 25% speed was not meant for human ears. God no. All right. Muting the video, and we're gonna change playback speed to like half speed. All right. Let's try that. That's a little bit better. So we can watch a nice, slow, easy to see opening on the Groove of War's YouTube channel of this match. And, you know, maybe they're doing it optimally, maybe they're doing it wrong, but we get to see different strategies pit against each other. How they open the match, how they play, what units they build, what commanders they're trying out. The Groove of War is a great resource, and I highly recommend watching the videos before you go play on this map in the tournament. By the way, the reason you've seen this map so many times in this video is I happen to be playing on this map in the upcoming Groove of War 4. Ooh. I wonder if I'm going to see something that maybe I should try myself. Who knows? Alright, what's the final step? The next thing you want to do when preparing for a tournament is have a commander pool. And by that I mean commanders you've practiced with, you're good with, you know inside and out. You are not going to win playing Sedge if you don't know Sedge math. You need to know not just how do I kill something, but how do I get it down to that 35% target so Sedge can kill it. What works good with Sedge? Hint, watch my video on how to play Sedge. Lots of tips in there. No, but for real, if you're going to play Koji, you need to understand how much damage things do to your bombs, how much damage your bombs do to things. If you want to play the twins, you really need to know how the fire works and how to use it. You can't just plop it down and hope it'll burn something. A smart player might be able to use it against you, right? So pick a pool of commanders. And also your opponent gets 2 bans in the Groove of War 4 tournament. So you need at least 3 commanders, 3, that you're very familiar with. I happen to know we're playing on Gilgamesh first, so I'm going to pick 3 commanders that I'm good with, and I don't mind going up against a mirror match with. So for example, even if I'm player 2, my opponent is player 1, I'm still satisfied if we're both playing this commander. Like, for example, maybe if there's some kind of crazy, I don't know, Emmerich rush tactic that only player 1 can do, I might want to ban Emmerich if I'm player 2. So either Emmerich can't be a part of my pool of 3 commanders, or alternatively, I need to pick someone else in case I'm not player 1, so that I can ban out Emmerich, right? And I don't get rushed by this mysterious Emmerich strategy. By the way, guys, I'm not saying to ban Emmerich in Groove of War 4. I just picked a random commander. I might as well say Merciful, but, like, that would be too silly. Alright, so make a pool of commanders. And also, keep in mind who you're not comfortable playing against. For example, and I'm okay to say this on the video because it was said publicly in Discord chat, one of the best players and current favorite to win the Groove of War 4, Shu, has repeatedly said that aside from Nuru and Yoda, Shu does not like playing against Caesar, Tenri, and Vesper. Those are not all S-tier commanders, but from Shu's perspective, they're commanders that can do weird hacky things that change how the game is played, and Shu doesn't like playing into that. And Shu doesn't want to play a mirror match with them, and doesn't feel comfortable with that mirror match. So Shu might try to ban off those 3. Now, keep in mind, Shu is very clever and might have been messing with us, but those are commanders that Shu doesn't like and might ban them just because Shu doesn't want to go up against them. I'm not going to tell you who exactly are my picks for the most popular bans, but if you've seen my tier list video, you have a sense of who I think is very strong right now and who I think is not. Alright, so what have we covered so far? Practice against yourself to get a good opening. Practice against other people to make sure you're shoring up your weaknesses, figuring out things you can do wrong or better strategies. And have a commander pool that you're comfortable playing with, that you're very, very familiar with, so that you're not fumbling around looking up Sedge damages while you're on the clock, right? And this is pretty much how you prepare for a Groove of War tournament. The final recommendation I have for you guys, tip number 4, play, just play lots of matches. Join up quick play, you know, just play, practice, try things that you might do in the Groove of War tournament, because it's quick play, you know, like, What are the odds some random person from across the internet on Quick Play is gonna be the person you end up matched with in the tournament? Not very likely. So just join Quick Play, go have an adventure, practice your techniques, and see what happens. Alright, that's all for now. Good luck in the upcoming tournament. Again, I'm putting links of tournament streamers in the description below. Mostly for the Groove of War 4, but I think they'll hopefully stay true over time. And in any case, that's all for now. Welcome to Wargroove. I don't know if you guys can see that little GoW icon in the corner there, Groove of War. They're the ones who host the tournaments. I mean, naturally, you could watch games. You could watch games on their channel, and my channel, all kinds of places. This is not just an advertisement video, guys. This is honestly what I do before tournament, for realsies.